way, Doctor. You will understand. Here, Doctor. You are the first of your world to be looking at our solar system, the Astron. This is our planet, Astron Delta.
At the top.
Beyond the outer limits of human adventure, beyond the very fighting the unknown forces and secret terrors science couldn't predict.
There's a monstrous thing aboard this station from the moon. That's what killed Weber.
What kind of a monstrous thing?
Look this way, Doctor. You will understand. Here, Doctor. You are the first of your world to be looking at our solar system, the Astron. This is our planet, Astron Delta.
At the top.
Beyond the outer limits of human adventure, beyond the barrier of human credibility, fighting the unknown forces and secret terrors science couldn't predict.
There's a monstrous thing aboard this station from the moon. That's what killed Weber.
What kind of a monstrous thing?
Oh my God.
What is up, everybody? How are you doing tonight? It is Thursday, it's 7 p.m., and you know what that means. It is time for some Spectrovision. I am Londo. How are you? I'm back. Yeah, I've been away for a little while. I actually got really sick. I had, I'm still kind of dealing with the residuals of it, but I had a sinus cold all week, which was very unfortunate because this is also the week that I decided to cash in some vacation days, and sure enough, I get sick. You're finally back. I waited for you every day since it was last time online. If you were sick, in this case, I was still gonna wait. You're fully recovered because it would post my favorite Pokemon streamer. Because I appreciate you so much, Hannah. Welcome back. Yeah, I was sick. I got a sinus cold. I think it was kind of a long time coming because as the season starts to change, we've got some really bad weather and it's been really dusty, and so I got really congested, and then sure enough, like it just it really took over. So a really bad sinus cold. It had been kicking my ass the last couple of days, but I'm fine. Today was the first day that I woke up where I was not feeling like absolute shit. So I think I'm on the upswing of it. So I should be good. But I'm here to stream, so that's I missed it. I missed you guys. Hey, what up, Bad Taste? And open the new packs today in Pocket. Oh yes, we are going to talk about everything. There's new stuff all over Pokemon, up and down. The new packs has released in Pokemon TCG Pocket, the Extra Dimensional Crisis, and tomorrow actually is the official launch date for Destined Rivals in the IRL Pokemon trading card game. I do have some cards on pre-order, but they are not in yet. They should be in tomorrow. So unfortunately, we'll have to wait till the next stream before I can crack open some Destined Rivals. But I am very excited for that. Hey, what up, Onward? Glad to hear you're feeling better. Thanks, you dude. Yeah, like it was bad. I felt like for the last couple of days that just my head felt like it was like 50 pounds heavier. And just so much pressure, so much sinus pressure. And I was taking decongestants and doing nasal rinses and everything, and hot showers, trying to steam it all out. But it was bad. Very congested. I felt very tired, and then it starts draining into your throat, and then you get like a sore throat, and I'm coughing. So I have a little bit of a sore throat, a little bit of a cough still lingering, but I don't feel like crap anymore. So we're here to do some streaming. Yeah, so we're gonna start this stream off playing some Pokemon TCG Pocket. And we're going to try to open some of the new packs in the game. And then for the second half of the stream, I figured since we haven't ripped any packs IRL in a while, we'll do something a little special. I will be opening up the Hops's Zacian EX, or is it Zacian? Is it Zacian or Zacian? I never know how to pronounce these. We'll open up this, and last Sunday, I participated in an official Pokemon TCG League Cup. So it was like a big boy tournament, and out of 18 players I came in 8th place, so I did not make the top cut, but came in 8th, which wasn't bad for my first big tournament. I won 3 matches and lost 2, although one of them was a freebie because my opponent left. He had to leave, so I got a bye week, but it counts as a win. But I have a prize pack also to open from that, so I will be opening up this as well. But yeah, it was fun. It was definitely hardcore. Everybody was running like a meta deck. There was not a single person in that tournament, I think, that didn't have a meta deck. So it was rough. It was definitely tough. My first what up, Kingu? My first loss. I just had a really bad setup. And then my opponent got set up way faster than me, and so they were able to basically steamroll me. My second loss, my hand bricked. Like I bricked hard by like my third turn, and at that point I had nothing to go off of, and they just absolutely, I had to concede that one. I missed in Wonder Pick the EX card from the cover of the new pack. Oh, I was unlucky and got the wrong card. Oh man, dude, I never get the card I want in the Wonder Picks. Yeah, top half. Yeah, top half isn't too bad. Nah, it's all good. It was a lot of fun, and for my first time experiencing a tournament like that, it was a really cool experience. I had to constantly like remind myself to stay calm, because that was my mistake that I made in the casual tournament I did a couple weeks before. And you end up like getting really like anxious, and you're like, okay, I gotta catch back up here. I gotta make the right move. And when you start doing that, you start getting in your head about it, and you make really bad decisions. And then later you're like, oh, why the hell did I play that card? Why didn't I try for this? Why didn't I do for that? So I had to like remind myself in the tournament to stay calm, plot out my moves diligently, and then, you know, make calculated decisions. And I think that, you know, I did all right. I checked on Thursday, and like I said, I had been sick. I've been really sick the last few days, but I'm feeling much better now, and so I'm back. Oh yes, we should do some TCG live. You know, I was actually, Hannah, I was debating that of maybe doing like one stream out of the week doing TCG live instead of TCG Pocket, and playing some of that, because I want to try some new decks, and I might do that because I have a Marnie EX. Was it the Marnie League Rival deck on pre-order that should be coming in, and I want to add that into the TCG Live, and I want to test that deck out. So I might wait for that, and then we'll do that, and you and I can battle on there. You broke up with your girlfriend? Oh, I'm so sorry, King. Jeez. I hope that it was a clean break and not anything too harsh, but yeah, I hope you're doing all right, man. Yeah, so like this, okay, heck yeah. Let me get the game set up. And I will open up the battle queue, and anyone who would like to battle, !battle in the chat, and you will be added to that battle queue. Also remember, that is only available for the viewers on Twitch, so if you're watching on TikTok or YouTube or Kick or whatever else I'm on, the !battle is only available on twitch.tv/Spectrovision. She sent her friend to tell me, oof, that's rough. That's not even, you know, if you're going to break up with somebody, at least have the balls to do it in person. Follow time, I believe it's !follow age king is the one. In the meantime, while we're waiting on an opponent, let me go ahead and open some of these packs that I have. I think I have some free ones here. Can someone help me build a deck? I have 2 Oricorios, now it's called. Oh, I actually have a really great Oricorio deck. That actually, I don't know how great it is now that they've added the new cards, but I can send you that deck list. So, King, you have been following for 1 month, 10 days, and 22 hours. Heck yeah. All right, Bad Taste, you are up in the battle queue. You will be the first opponent. Oh. I think we got something good in here, guys. It did the little, you know, the lights and the different sound effect. Oh, a Lowland Meowth. Let's go. Ooh, that is pretty. Look at that. So cool. Look, he's just taking a little nap on the bar. He's sitting on a margarita bar. That is awesome. Look at that. Metal. Discard a random Pokemon tool card from your opponent's hand. Oh, not a great attack, but I guess if you're using it to do some disruption. The problem is it doesn't do any damage. So if they don't have a tool in their hand, you're pretty much just wasting an attack. Hey, what up, Not? How you doing? Not too late for battle this time. Exactly. Yeah, where's Ghost? She asked if I was streaming tonight, but she'll probably pop in at some point. All right, how have you guys been? What's new with you? I know it's been a little over a week, I think, since I saw y'all last, because I missed Tuesday stream and then the Thursday stream before that. So yeah, it's been a while, and man, whenever I skip streams, I feel really like awful about it. But it's good to be back. Oh, we got another one. Another one. Okay. Cat cam. Oh, you know what? There's not a cat in here. I might have to refund your points. There's no cat in here. It didn't come in today. Okay, we got another hit, guys. We got another hit here. Oh! Blazefulon. This is weird. What am I looking at here? It's just a weird design for a Pokemon. How do I tell? So whenever you cut the pack open, if it shoots light out of the top of it and it'll make a different sound effect than it normally does, then you'll have a hit in there. Like it's at least a 1-star, I think. I pulled a 2-star Tape Coco RX. EX though. Nice. Honestly, I don't think I would have been able to make it on stream Tuesday. Anyway, Archie had a dental surgery and his recovery has been rough. Oh, poor guy. What happened? Were his gums? Was he having like gum trouble? All right, now you are in position number 2 in the battle queue. Why is my cat still normal? All right. Let's see. He had some dental disease and had to get 3 extractions. Oh boy, poor baby. That's rough. Is he doing all right? Oh, this one lit up too. 3 in a row? Are you kidding me? 3 hits in a row. Did you see it that time, Hannah, where it did the little, like it shoots like little light beams out? Ooh, we got the shiny Greninja. Look at that. Ooh, that is sexy. I like that one. That is so cool. Very nice. Man, 3 packs, 3 hits. And everyone says that they've nerfed the hit rates. He's on a fuck ton of painkillers and his medication schedule is intense, but he's definitely doing a lot better than the first 24 hours. Was he crying a lot? Like, was he in a lot of pain and just uncomfort? I remember whenever we got our Archie, when we got him fixed, he had to wear the cone of shame, and oh boy, did he hate that thing. He would like get it like caught on the door frame, and so he's like trying to walk out of the door and just like click his head on the side of the door frame, and he was just so unhappy with it. That shit sounds sad. I know, it does. I've been getting dog shit luck in the Celestial Guardians pack. Oh, man. You know, I'm still missing like 20 from the last set. So I'm going to have to like heavily trade those. Also, Wonder Pick. Okay, let me see if I have a Wonder Pick. Hold. Let me see. I don't really have any Wonder Energy, but I can maybe do a 1-star Wonder Pick. Ooh, I have a bonus one. But they're all ones I already have. Story time, of course. Where is your cat? I know. I don't know where Archie is. I don't know. He's been a kind of an asshole lately. I don't know why. The whole time we've been living in this house, he's never done this. But recently, he learned that he could open the door to the bathroom. And specifically, the bathroom that's in our bedroom. So in the middle of the night, he'll sit there and try to open the door because he knows there's toilet paper in there. And that's like his favorite snack. It's such a pain in the ass. And so we've had to like duct tape the handle so that he can't open the door. We have like 5 pills and a syringe to give him every day. But I think all the pain meds are keeping him from feeling too uncomfortable. He's not really sleeping though. Oh, poor guy. Ooh, this is a new card. You can use this card only if your opponent has gotten at least 1 point. Choose one of your Ultra Beasts. Attach 2 random energy from your discard pile to that Pokemon. That is a very specific use case card. Yeah, I'm gonna save my Wonder Picks. I'm gonna save them for later. Let's get into a battle. Let's do that. All right, Bad Taste, you are up first. So remember, exclamation battle in the chat if you would like to be added to the battle queue. And again, that is available only to those on twitch.tv/SpectreVision. So I have not tailored any of my decks to the new sets. I feel like I barely started doing them to the last set. It's pretty good though. Guaranteed energy on a Pokemon as long as they've got a prize point. Yeah, but you have to have that energy in your discard pile though, right? Never have I ever. Okay. All right, for those that don't know, whenever somebody redeems Never Have I Ever, I pull a card from the Never Have I Ever deck, hold it up to the screen, read it out loud. If you have done the thing that it never has we said we did, then raise a hand in the chat, put a hand emoji, whatever, or even better, tell us the story. Never have I ever been locked out of my house or apartment in only my underwear. I have not done that, but I could absolutely see that happening to somebody. But like, why would you leave your house with only your underwear? You're kind of asking for trouble there. That's just bad news. So basically, my ex-girlfriend, the one I told you, about. I asked her why she broke up with me over text. She said she didn't want a boyfriend anymore, but I overheard her saying she had a crush on someone I knew pretty well, and I confronted her. Keep in mind, this was on text. We said bye and blocked her. Okay, well, shit, that sucks. But you know what? Who needs her, right? Who needs her? True. If they knocked out one of your Pokemon, then there's a good chance it had at least. That's true. That's a good point. That would, because otherwise, I don't think there's a way to get energy into your discard pile, right? Or unless you're retreating your Pokemon. I guess you could do that if you're retreating. Okay, let's do this. Let's do our battle here. Bad Taste. How do you want to do it? Do you want to do pre-builds? Let's do pre-builds. We haven't done that in a while. Thank God that didn't happen to me. Hey, getting locked outside of your house in just your underwear, that would be awful. I have locked myself out of the house before. I've done that before, and that sucks. In fact, at our old place, I had to throw Molly through the window. To the back window because we had locked ourselves out. Yeah, I hope you're doing all right, King. And you know what? You're going to find somebody better than that, for sure. It always sucks getting dumped, but I guarantee if that happens to you, she's not the one anyway. Yeah, exactly. Just like the cops clip I sent you. That would be embarrassing as fuck. All right. Let's do this. So, Bad Taste, I don't think you have faced this deck yet against me. But breakups they're never fun. Even if like you wanted it and you were the one dumping, they're still never fun to go through. So like, yeah, it's okay to feel bad about it and to feel sad about it, and really it just takes time. It just takes time to get over, and then you'll move on and you'll meet somebody better. And you won't even think about it anymore. Oh man, so they have added a new Shaman card to the Destined Rivals set that I hear is pretty dope in the TCG game, in the real TCG game, because he's able to block damage to your benched Pokemon, I believe. So basically, it's a replacement for the Manaphy that used to be able to do that. It's slightly different in how it works, but yeah, it's a new card. So I mean, I might start running some Shamans in some decks now. Ooh, I have weakness. That's not good. But luckily, I can has heals. Unfortunately, I am weak against fighting altogether, so this might be a little bit rough here. Guess there's nothing I can do. Oh, you got a mosquito in your room? Man, there was a fly in here the other day, and I could not get it out of here. Ugh, it was driving me crazy, because as soon as I'd start like sitting here playing the game or something, it'd sit and fly around my head and drive me freaking crazy. Y'all, don't forget exclamation QOD or QOTD in the chat will prompt you with today's question of the day. Oh, but I am not in good shape here. Not in good shape at all. This Lucario is good. I have to carry the game because I'm not getting shit. Well, it's doing a great job so far because I'm not getting shit either. You know TCG streamer named Damien? I don't. Are they active on TikTok? I don't do a lot of streaming on TikTok. In fact, this is just a secondary stream for me, but I mean, I can look out for him. He told you to get him 25 likes and then I could choose a song and then he recommend. Wow, that's that's painful. Sorry about that. Oof. Oh, so today's question of the day is, what is your favorite candy and why? Finally, a normal question of the day. Are my question of the days never that normal? What's wrong with my questions of the days? Shitty, thank you for following. I appreciate that. Okay. Well, at least I can do some damage to you on the next turn. That's something, right? Yeah, this Lucario is doing some work here. Ooh, a dome fossil. Okay, okay, okay. All right. Can we mount a comeback here? Let's see. Ooh, Cyrus. Not bad. Let's Volt Charge just in case. We will evolve to the Magnezone. And let's go for the one-hit kill here. That cape didn't complement your eyes, so I had to remove it. What up, Ghost? How you doing? My bad for the drama, by the way. Just making sure everyone knows that this evil is there. Well, that's definitely crappy. But yeah, sorry that you had to go through that. Gosh, how many of those damn capes you got in this deck? Oh, you got the Elder card. Okay, okay. Well, man, having a fighting weakness sucks. That was not what I wanted. I think you might be cooked. Well, I mean, never say never. You might get another Lucario in. I just don't know if it can do enough damage to me. So Hannah says, my favorite my favorite candy is probably pudding because I love when you made it, the little skin that's on top, building up if you don't touch it for a minute in the bowl and you put it in. That's a very specific thing. So you like the skin that grows on that forms on the top of the pudding. Very nice. All the shit I need is buried. Dude, that's what happened to me in that tournament I played in the other day, man. Like I could not get anything set up, and then by the time I did get something set up, it was already too late. So I was going up against another I was using my Charizard deck, and I was going up against another Charizard deck, and he had his Charizard going by like the second turn, and I didn't pull a Charizard until my fourth turn, and by that point, I had already lost my Charmanders, and I just could not populate my bench fast enough to get it going. So it was basically just my Pidgey against his Charizard, so I had to concede. GG's, dude. So yeah, today's question of the day is, what is your favorite candy and why? So they opened up like a new little convenience store next to my house, and went there the other day, and I'd never seen these before. They were Reese's covered animal crackers. So it's like an animal cracker that is chocolate on the bottom and then peanut butter covered on the top. It was super cool, and it actually kind of tasted like those Girl Scout cookies. It was really good. I liked it, but I'd never seen those before. I would find if you had a deck. Well, you usually have a deck. You can still use your old decks, but not the skin from hot chocolate. That looks like duck or goose skin. Spectre man got ready for me. Oh yeah. Let me do that. Give you your points back there. Yeah, because the cats were not in the... All right, Not, are you still here? You are next in the battle queue. Let's do this. All right. How do you want to do it? Do you want to do pre-builds or do you want to do randos? A reminder to yell exclamation QOD or QOTD in the chat will give you today's question of the day. Own decks. Okay, let's do it. My favorite candy is a mix between the two Swedish fish and the gummy nerd clusters. Oh yeah, if you stick them together, oh, you make a sandwich with like the Swedish fish. So you take two Swedish fish and then put a gummy nerd cluster in between them. Dang, that's hardcore. Yeah, right. Obligatory weeb answer: Hello Panda Strawberry Biscuits or the Meiji Choco Rooms, Choco Mushrooms. Oh, interesting. I've never seen those before. There was that that Japanese store that we went to upstate. It's basically like a dollar store, like a Family Dollar, but all Japanese stuff. And they had a whole section that had the different panda treats. Hello Panda treats. Oh, you're getting ad. Oh, I believe you're getting ads because you are not subscribed. Or if you were subscribed, it has expired. They sell them at the Five Below we went to for cards that one time. Oh, they do. Interesting. I didn't know that. Yeah, Five Below kind of has some Japanese stuff too, huh? Oh, okay. This is good.
Feed that cat. Feed that
ghosts.
Cat. Feed that cat.
They heard that. As soon as this match is over, I will feed these cats in your honor, Ghost, for that sub over to King. EX, fear the bird. Exactly, right, Zero? Yeah, the Oricorio is nasty against the EXs. The mosquito scared the frick out of me appearing in front of me. Oh my gosh. Did you get it? Did you kill the mosquito? And it'd be just like going back to hashtags as a kid. Alright, yeah, ads do suck. I think you can get, was it Twitch Turbo or whatever it's called, where it doesn't give you ads on any streamer's stream. You don't get their sub, bonuses or whatever, but you just don't get ads. And I don't remember how much it costs. I think it's like $10 a month or something. Ah, Rocky Helmet. Well played. Well played. Let's see. What am I going to do here? Put this here. Twitch Turbo streamers get less money. Oh, is that true? I did not know that. I actually don't know a whole lot about Twitch. I've been streaming on Twitch for like 3 years now, and I still don't know much about it. I'm always surprised by things. Get these guys powered up. Oh, shoot. I should have put that on the Oricorio. Damn it. Whoops. I meant to do that differently. Okay. I misplayed that. All right. Remind me after this match, and I will feed the cats a treat for that sub that we got. Also, I've changed the sub goal. I don't know if you guys can see it here, but the sub goal, if we hit the sub goal, whenever we hit it, doesn't have to be today, it could be another stream, but when we hit the sub goal, I will open a Prismatic Evolutions pack on stream. I finally have a couple of those, so I will open one on stream if we hit that sub goal. Again, that is not a call to action. Please do not sub just because you want that. It just happens to be a bonus if we do hit that sub goal. It's like a reward. All right, let's start doing some damage here. $12 a month for Turbo, mostly ad money. Go to Twitch instant stream. Oh, is that with $12 a month? Oh, that's more expensive than I thought it would be. Well, the cool thing is if you have Amazon Prime and you link it to your Twitch account, you get a free Prime sub that you can use on any streamer once a month. So you can get a free subscription to any streamer you want for once a month. And you can enjoy all the benefits of their stream. You really don't like my Oricorio, do you? Oh, I should have been healing him this whole time. Have I not been healing him? Sorry, sometimes when I'm streaming, like, I forget what I'm doing in the card game. Forgot. Hopefully you're doing great today. Oh, I appreciate you, Nonsensical. I appreciate you saying that. I'm doing okay. I was sick all week, and I actually had to cancel the stream on Tuesday. But I'm just now getting over it. I had a bad sinus cold, and it was just kicking my ass. But I'm feeling much better now, so that's good. Look at the cat. Look at the cat. Lots of cats. We'll get a knockout here. I think we might be soloing with the Oricorio. Oh, we got a spam bot in the chat. Thank you.
That's it. You're banned.
Thank you for getting that taste.
You are banned!
You're banned!
You're banned!
You're banned!
All right, I think I still got enough to get the win here. We'll advance the Magnezone. Oh, he had a potion. Crap. Oof. Oof, oof, oof. Okay, I might be cooked now. Yeah, what? What happened? Crap. I don't have the card I need. I do not have the card I need. Yeah, I think I'm thoroughly cooked now because I can't do enough damage. And he can retreat that. Okay, let me try this. King, are you doing all right, bud? Let's do this. Let's put him in. Yeah, I think I misplayed here. I didn't see how my Oricorio was knocked out. Spinning attack. Let's do this. Okay, let's do this. So yeah, I think this might still go my way as long as he can't heal up too much. You have A plus only, you wanted to get F? Yeah, I didn't put in another Mon. That was probably a bad move. But I think I can still clutch this. Yeah, here we go. Restock Nightmare Fuel. Actually, yes, I need to do that because I need to find a new AI image generator app and use that. But once I do, I will restock the Nightmare Fuel for you, King. Oh, I did the Guzma. Shit, I should have Cyrus'd. Ah! No, you're right. You're right. Yeah, I could have just taken the Cyrus and got the win there. It's okay. I still might win this. I still might win this. Sorry, I'm like multitasking like 3 different things, and I oh crap. All right, I need to top deck my Magnezone here. Oh. Interesting development. Okay, I'm still in this. I'm still in this. You got a deck, Hannah? Okay, sweet, let's do it. Well, I don't want to just Cyrus right now. I'm going to retreat and put the Oricorio in. No, I wouldn't do enough damage because he's got 80 HP. No, see, if I Cyrus'd, he's got 80 HP. I can only do 60 damage with the 60 plus weakness. Oh shit, he's... Yeah, you're right. Man, I am making a lot of bad plays this match. All right, not if you don't end up beating me. I've made like 3 bad plays this this match. Yep, I forget about the weakness. You guys can't see it on Twitch, but they're roasting me on TikTok. I made a bad move, and they're letting me have it. Okay. Well, I guess I can still just do some chip damage here. You can't argue with the court of TikTok. Where the heck is my other Magnezone? Oh, it's Cyrus, so he has to build, but who knows? Yeah, I thought about that too. Ooh, he's got the Sabrina. Okay. Well, then now we've lost. Okay. Hannah, thank you for following. Well, yeah, I definitely made some bad plays there. Definitely some bad plays. You're also now on TikTok. Hell yeah, Hannah. Yeah, that was rough. All right. Hannah, you are up next in the battle queue. Let me go ahead and get you added in here. Oh, King, let's not be angry. Not, I see that you changed your screen name in the game. All right, let me do a different deck. Y'all remember exclamation battle in the chat will get you added to the battle queue, and we can swing for it. Let's go with Old Faithful here. All right, Hannah, let me know when you are ready. And remember, y'all, so here in about 20 minutes, we're going to switch the stream over and do some IRL pack rips. We're going to open this bad boy. This Hopsization EX box. Well, I know I should. Yeah, nah, I made some really bad plays there. Make you a mod? Nah, it's not that easy. You don't get it that easy. I was hoping you didn't have Cyrus. I did have the Cyrus. I just forgot that that I had the type advantage. So that's why I didn't play it. It's hard here in the trenches. It is. It is. It's a job that nobody wants. All right, Hannah, let's do this. Yeah, being a mod, I don't know. Would you say it's tough? Bad taste? Yeah, you had your type advantage, and I needed one draw a turn earlier to win. Honestly, no. Your mom told you that if you can if you ask nicely. Yeah, I definitely made some bad plays. There were 3 points where I could have gotten the win, but I just misplayed it. It's because I kept looking over here to the TikTok chat, and then when I would come back over here, I would like lose what I'm like focus of where I was, and it just like threw off my sequencing. Gives us an excuse to cancel unwanted plans on Thursday nights. That's nice. Yes, so Bad Taste and Aptly Named Ghost are the two mods in the chat right now. Yeah, if I didn't have Cyrus, I would have kept swinging with the Oricorio. I should have kept swinging with the Oricorio instead of trying to build up my Magnezone. I just don't know why I couldn't get my freaking Magnezone. Ooh, I see a Charmander, so you probably got a Charizard too. Hey, don't worry about it. You know, that's a loss is a loss, a win is a win. Oh, nice. I got the X speed. Sweet. This is what I wanted. So we're going to retreat this little guy. Put in the Mole Trace. I have blinged out my Charizard battle deck for the IRL TCG game, and that's what I used in the tournament this last Sunday. And I did all right. I came in 8th place out of 18 players, so just right around the middle. Not bad. Not bad for my first what do you call it? It was a League Cup. Yeah. It was the first League Cup. Ooh, this becomes a race to who can get their Charizard first. Not you are back in the battle queue. So hype. The amount of time I've said, I can't go to your beer party, I got stream. Does that happen a lot? Do you turn down the plans a lot for stream, Ghost? You know what I really need in this deck are some rare candies. It was fun to see you, Scraggle, there, although I missed his pin, apparently. Yeah, he was... well, because you came in and talked to me while I was on my bye match. So he was busy playing somebody and couldn't break away. Honestly, and I don't mean it to sound rude at all, being at stream means I don't have to overextend myself socially. Hey, that's kind of handy. Yeah. I know what you mean. I definitely have a social battery that can get drained. Maybe it's because I'm a Cancer, and that's my thing, is I have to like retreat back to my shell every now and then. I don't know. I don't even follow the Zodiac stuff, but that's supposed to be a character trait of Cancers. Introverted water signs, exactly. Although I have trained myself to act extroverted when needed. So I'm very, very good at talking to people, especially people who are strangers, you know, people who I've just met, whatever. I can spark up conversation. I can talk to people. I can, you know, make jokes and whatever. Even though inside I'm secretly panic attacking. I actually chalk that up to years of being a server and a bartender. It like trained me how to talk to people and to converse with people. All right, here we go. I think I've got this one. Oh, that's not the card I needed. Okay. Shoot, I should have put that on the Moltres and retreated. Damn. Not yet, exactly. So I get the Leaf card and the Dawn card mixed up because they look the same. So I thought I had a Leaf. I thought I was going to retreat with the Leaf. Also, a Cancer and can attest, astrology isn't real, but I also have a social battery that needs recharging, and it makes you more approachable socially by far. You cracked one joke at the Mother's Day tournament, and I think everyone chilled out a bit. What did I say? I don't even remember the joke I made. Okay, now I can get in there. And start doing some damage here. Something about 8th place. Oh, yeah. So, I had asked how many participants there were in the tournament, and they said that there were only 8 of us. And I said, cool, so we're all finishing in the top 10 then, right? Or top 8 or something like that. I have a Pokemon TCG Pocket conspiracy theory. Oh, let's hear it. I love a good conspiracy theory. Any changes to this deck with the new set? Sean, I have not added any new cards from the new set yet. In fact, I still have barely added cards from the last set into my decks. These decks are just releasing too damn fast in the game. I have not been able to keep up. So, like, I haven't even put rare candies in this deck, which I should have, running a Charizard. Like, that seems like that should be something that's crucial in a Charizard deck. Although it's my only 2-stage Pokemon, so maybe not. So we're all going to be in the top 10. They decided the Team Rocket Grunt supporter is too mean and have programmed it to never work. Is that your conspiracy theory? You know, I feel like I still get wrecked against the Team Rocket Grunt card. Like, it still gets me every time. Repel is a good option too. Ooh, I haven't seen the Repel. What does that do? The new sets are really bad, genuinely? Well, I'm glad it's only like a 60 card set, so I can at least catch up a little bit, because I still have 20 or so cards that I'm missing from this last set. So at least I can get the new one, and then I can catch back up to the older sets. I've used Team Rocket Grunt so many times, and it's worked maybe once. I feel like it's kind of like Misty. Like, anytime you need it, it never works. Hannah, GG's. Yeah, I definitely need some rare candies in this deck. I think the problem with rare candies in this game is that, I think Bad Taste, you pointed this out, there's no way to search out those item cards yet in the game. And maybe that's on purpose. I've used Team Rocket Grunt some... Oh, I already read that one. Yeah, I feel like Misty and Team Rocket Grunt, they never hit when I need it to, like when I'm desperately need it to, but whenever I don't need it to hit, it always goes off. I get like 6 heads. All right, Not, you are up next in the battle queue. Let's see, let's do a different deck. Let's do something else. What am I doing? Oh. Let's do this one. I really like this deck. Let's go. Do you want to battle? Sure. So I only have the battle queue open over on twitch.tv/SpectreVision. So it's not available on TikTok right now. But if you follow on Twitch and you hit !battle in the chat, then you will be added to the battle queue. Can I see your comments? Oh, random time. Okay, we're doing randos. Oh, okay, cool. Sorry, I missed that. Let's do that. So this is actually a really fun thing. So let me do this real quick. Okay, so those are your types right there in the chat, and I will roll your dice. Whatever 2 numbers you get, those are the elements that you are assigned. So you have a 7 and a 4. So you are fighting in darkness. And I am 2 and 5. I am water fire. Ooh. Okay. So then you take your elements. And then you go over here. And we're going to edit a deck. And that was water fire. So then you select your 2 elements and have it auto build the deck for you. And without looking at your deck, we're going to go in blind. We're going to get right into it. Don't look at it. And we're going to battle with this random computerized auto build deck. Let me know when you're ready, Not. This might be cold. Fighting darkness. That might be pretty good, man. I don't know. The thing is like, I'll have some really good cards of the elements, but for some reason, I think like the auto build doesn't pick those good cards. Like, I have better grass Pokemon, but for some reason, every time I get grass, I roll grass, it throws a Venusaur in there. And it's like, man, like Venusaur is okay, but it's just such a hard build, and you have to tailor your deck around the Venusaur. And it always puts way too many Pokemon in the deck, and it doesn't give you any good trainer cards either. See, look at this. Oh, God. Like, what is this? What monstrosities have they unleashed upon the world? All right, I'll go with this for my setup.
Feed that cat.
Hey, Nate!
That cat.
What's up, nerd?
Feed that cat.
Oh yeah, I have to feed the cat for the other one. You guys were supposed to remind me, remember? Okay, after this match, please, everybody remind me. I will feed the cats a treat in honor of those subs. Different flavors of Magmar, exactly. And then I got a Meryl in here. Let's do this. Let's... Oh, okay. Oh my god, look at how many energies that uses. Good lord, I'm never gonna pull that many fire energies. Ugh. Alright, well, here we go. Yeah, I swear, sometimes the computer just really screws you up with how it builds these auto decks. Okay, let's see. What do we got? I guess we'll evolve this guy. And I may as well... stoke a little bit. Now my deck is good. I built it from the internet, and I guess I fixed the issues with it. Nice. You know, and that's what I've done too. Like, I just copied somebody else's deck, and then maybe made some small augmentations, but that's what I do with most of my decks. Even in the TCG game, hand scope, really? I basically like download a deck list online and then modify it to like my playstyle and like what I want to change on it. Using muck. Okay, he's got a guzzle in there. Okay, and the muck. So, like, yeah, I can look at his hand, but unfortunately, I can't do anything about it. So I'm just gonna keep stoking here. Bram Stoker over here. Yeah, let's see. Okay, cool. Well, I mean, this Magmar was pretty much useless for me. Oh, maybe not. Because I got a fire energy. There we go. Now we're in business. Mr. Hammond, we're back in business. That's funny. It still burns them even though it got the knockout. You never heard the name? Which name? Oh, Londo? Well, it's short for Orlando. So my name is Orlando, but Londo is my shorthand nickname. In like middle school and stuff, I had people who called me Orly. Oof, 70 damage. Crap. Okay. Well, I was hoping I could tank at least one more hit on that. Oh, we've got the Azumarill here. Or is it Azumarill? Do a little bit of damage. Man, that muck does some pretty decent damage. 70 damage, that's not bad. And unfortunately, I don't have any supporter cards that can help me out here. This is rough. Ooh, he's got the wheezing. Got the wheezing in play. Man, I'm just not getting the cards I need here. This becomes a battle of attrition, a war of attrition here. We just swing for swing. Rondo, doesn't that mean when I wanted to visit the city, instead I visit you because you have the same name? That's right. That's exactly what that means. Although the city was named after me, I was here first. At least that's what I tell everybody. Okay, remind me after this battle to feed the cats, because we got 2 subs, so that means that they're going to get 2 treats each. Ooh, Rotom Dex. What is that? What does that card do? I don't think I've seen that one. Jose, thank you for following and for liking the stream. I appreciate that. There you go, Nate. Now I won't forget. How you doing, Nate? How was your... You guys were doing a shootout in... well, I won't say where. But how did it go? Crap, I'm poisoned. Was the poison really necessary? You could do 30 damage. Alright, I guess we're going in with this guy. Good. Glad to have it off my plate. Got more brain power now for games and stuff that actually matters. Exactly, right? Now comes the most beautiful sentence. 3, 2, 1. Orlando goes to Orlando. Like Mr. Smith goes to Washington. All right, got some energy up. But unfortunately, I can't do much damage here. And then if he gets the poison, then I'm going to have to just hold out for poison, and that's not good. Oh, and a potion. Why don't I get potions in this deck? Oof. And then that muck does extra damage, yeah, for poison. So I think I'm cooked here, chat. As they say. We're gonna retreat. Just because this guy can probably take a little bit more damage. Maybe buy us a little bit of time here. What was your shoot about, Nate? What were you working on? Was it a pilot that you were filming? Man, I do not have the right energy here. Damn. Might as well just bench these guys. In case I need to buy more time with something else. Orlando, I know the name, let me think. 2,000 years later. I know, Orlando Bloom. That's what everybody says. In fact, I recently just rewatched the Lord of the Rings trilogy. Man, great movies. Great movies. Yep, that card's not going to do me any good. I'm going to make you work for this one. You got to work for it. Phenomenal movie. Oh, I love them so much. And you know what? Like, as soon as you start watching it, you just get sucked in, and you got to watch all three. You can't just, like, watch one. Unfortunately, I'm going to run out of time before I can withstand this battle. I honestly think Frodo and Sam are the best on-screen depiction of male intimacy in the mainstream film ever made. Yes, their bromance is so sweet and, like, genuine and... yeah. Alright, I think I'm cooked here, finally. Because he can just retreat and get the win. Let's hear the joke. Let's hear it, Hannah. You could have got the win with the muck. I've decked out too. I don't have any cards in my deck. Knock knock. Oh, who's there? Better not be an offensive joke. Ach. Achoo. Bless you. Oh, because I said achoo. Oh, so corny. I love it. Can I survive to round 30? Nah, he can win this one. Oh, you put the grap locked. Why is it gonna make me switch? GG's, not GG's. All right, I owe you guys some cat treats. So let me switch the camera over. Let's feed these cats. Because we got 2 subs, they're gonna get 2 treats. And listen up for the crunch, and then I'm going to set up the camera so that we can open up some Pokemon cards. We're gonna open this, the Hops's Zacian EX box. Also my prize pack from the tournament last Sunday. All right, listen up for the crunch. Thank you so much, Ghost and Nate, for those subs. You guys are awesome. As always. I don't tell you enough. All right, let me get my mat set up here. Moira gets her treat and then immediately leaves. And then I gotta set up my overhead cam. Alright, let's do this. Let's open up some Pokemon cards. What do you say, gang? Also, if you guys are ripping any packs, feel free to place them in the Discord and show us the hits that you're getting. And you can even do the digital hits, too, if you're opening packs in the game, whether it's TCG Pocket or TCG Live. Ooh, Ghost posted in here. Loki got some rocket packs. Oh, you got some Distant Rivals? Where'd you get them from? Cynthia. Oh, you got the Garchomp. Nice. I've heard good things about this Garchomp. You may draw cards until you have 6 cards in your hand, and it does 100 damage for only 1 energy. That's nice. And then discard all energy to do 260 damage. You want to do it until you have a story to tell? Okay, I'll do it. Never have I ever in just a sec. Ooh, Team Rocket's Moltres EX. Nice. This looks like the Moltres art from the TCG Pocket. Flame screen. During your opponent's next turn, this Pokemon takes 50 less damage from attacks. Evil Incineration. Discard a Team Rocket's energy from this Pokemon. If you do, discard your opponent's active Pokemon and all cards attached to it. Oh, shit. That's kind of handy. I see your previous... my bad, I just wanted to use that attack. It was torturing you for no... No, it's all good. I was trying to withstand it. You know, not. If we would have gotten to 30 turns, we would have tied. The game makes you tie whenever you get to turn 30. All right, we got a Never Have I Ever. Let's do this. So, whenever we get a Never Have I Ever, I pull a card from the Never Have I Ever deck, hold it up to the screen. If you have done the thing that it never has we said we do, then raise a hand, put a hand emoji in the chat, or even better, tell us the story. No, we're not gonna do that one. Some of these are too, like, specifically obscure. Never have I ever been caught naked, dancing naked in front of the mirror. I mean, sure. Who hasn't? Maybe not dancing, but You don't have a mirror? Moltres come back soon, right? Ooh, and you got some new sleeves, Ghost? Oh, I didn't see those. Let me show those. Ooh, those are pretty. Did you get those from Pokemon Center? To match the water bottle, I'm bringing the Poke Night. Heck yeah. I'm excited for Poke Night. We're gonna go big. We might not have as many people as I thought. Some stuff came up, so we might not have as many people, but I still want to give away an ATB, so we'll figure it out. Sedatan EX. Ooh, interesting. What's so cool is these Destined Rivals. I haven't seen any of these arts yet. Misty's Lapras. Oh, so cool. Very nice. My ETB, my Destined Rival ECB should be arriving tomorrow, I think. Maybe I'll open it. I'll save it for stream or do it on Pokemon. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Team Rocket Spidops. Ooh, this is cool. Once during your turn, you may attach a basic energy card from your discard pile to this Pokemon. This attack does 30 damage to each of your Team Rocket's Pokemon in play. For each of your... Oh, nice. So if you're running a lot of Team Rocket Pokemon, that's handy, and it's a pretty low cost, too. So if you have 5 on your bench, plus your 1, so that's 150... 180. You can do 180 damage max with this. I guess that's alright. For stage 1. Yeah, that's pretty good. Oh, you think Nate's coming too? Heck yeah. When I get caught, then it's always my dad. But in this case, it's not bad because my dad and I are all boys. Well, there you go. Yeah, I'm a boy. That feels like a girl. Hey, you know, it'd be like that. All right, let's do this. Hops's Zacian. So yeah, I got this on a pre-order, I think, whenever it first released. Oh, why is my camera so color off? I got it as a pre-order when it first came out, and I've just been saving it for a rainy day. That's kind of what I do, is I'll order stuff online when I get a good deal on it, and then just kind of sit on it for a while for the right occasion to crack it open. And since I missed the last 2 streams, I figured this would be a good reason to open this up. So it's like a big release. But before we do that, actually, no, let me open the box first. Yeah, I am excited for the Destined Rivals. I'm already seeing like crazy inflated prices all over town, which is kind of sad. And like tomorrow, GameStop is having a drop, but they are charging market price for a product. And I feel like as a big box store, that's like, they shouldn't be doing that. I really want to get a booster box, and they're charging $200 for that. And I'm like, nah, no thank you. Unfortunately, I missed the Walmart drop online yesterday. Was not able to get anything on there, but I'm still going to hold out. Best Buy is having a drop tomorrow too on their app, but I have never gotten anything on the Best Buy app. Really, the only thing I ever score on is Pokemon Center. That's the one that I end up having the most luck on. Oh, puppy dinner time. Yes, go feed those dogs. All right. There's always so much plastic and like cardboard in Pokemon products. So you always got to make sure to recycle. Whenever we have Pokemon night at my house and all my friends come over and we're battling and opening packs and stuff, I always set out a recycle bin so everyone can put their garbage in. Code cards. And they just added Destined Rivals to TCG Live app now so that you can actually open packs in the game that are actual Destined Rivals packs. I'm really curious to see how the meta is going to shift. The Team Rocket's Tower card seems pretty useful. It's a stadium card that makes it so that your colorless Pokemon cannot use abilities, which kind of it stalls out my Pidgeot in my Charizard deck, so I might have to find a way around that. Hopsization EX. This is a cool card. A lot of people run the Hopsization deck in TCG Live. I've gone up against them, but I tend to do all right with it with my Charizard deck against it. The thing about the Hops's deck is that you have to run a lot of tools in it too, like the Hops's Band and then the Hops's Stadium card, and then the Snorlax too, where it just kind of like stacks and stacks and stacks damage, and they take less damage too. But if you don't have all those things in play, they're not that strong. You can always throw a couple stadiums in there since they can only ever be one in play. Exactly, and unfortunately, in my Charizard deck, I only have 2 stadiums in there, so I might need to add some more just to kind of like give me that versatility. We got the Hops's Dubwool, the Cosmofoil Dubwool. I love the Cosmofoil. And then the Hops's Wooloo. Wooloo. Oh, where's Mela? She would love this. Let me put some sleeves on these guys. Yeah, Bad Taste, do you have TCG Live? We should play that sometime. Like playing the actual trading card game. I've been addicted to that, man. I've been playing that one a lot. I actually prefer playing TCG Live over Pocket now. One, because the packs that you get in the game, the free packs and stuff, are based off of the actual cards. And it's a good way for me to test my decks and practice for tournaments. All right. But I'm really excited for my Marnie's Grimmsnarl rival deck to come in. I've already like tested that in the game and like see how I'm gonna like mix it up, and I'm excited for that. I'm excited to try that out because I might take that deck to a tournament. We had it for a while, but never got into it. Got dumpstered by Meta Charizard decks when I first started, and it felt like TCG Pocket was more balanced. That's so true, because I run a Charizard deck and I know what that's like. And then we got the big ass card. Extra big ass card. Sometimes these oversized promos can be worth something. I forgot which one it was that I got in a set that it was worth like $8, I think, which is pretty good. And I get to use one of my oversized sleeves. I got a pack of oversized sleeves and I never get to use them. So now I have an excuse to. There was only like one company I could find on Amazon that sold oversized sleeves, and it only came in a pack of 50, and I'm like, man, 50? I'm never gonna get 50 of them. Very, very gently get that in there. Yeah. Yeah, you're right though, Bad Taste. Pocket is a little bit more balanced. But if you do ever want to pick it back up, let me know. They do give you some like free decks in the game too, so you can really build your decks to be more competitive. I ended up finishing the season on the battle season, the ranked season, in Master Ball ranking. So that's like the top ranking. There's a lot of battling, but I did it. All right. Whoa, we got some cool packs in here. So we've got included in this, we have Obsidian Flames, Surging Sparks, and 2 Journey Togethers. Nice. Very good. Very good. Very good. But before I do these, I'm going to start with my prize pack that I got from my tournament. So like I said, I came in 8th place out of 18 players. And basically this was a participation award. So they gave everybody one of these, and then I got a Twilight Masquerade pack, but I already opened that one up. You let me know if you revisit that sometime. Also haven't bought any Pokemon cards IRL since the market is still fucked here. Yeah, and I'm worried that like Destined Rivals is going to make it bad again. Because it was starting to heal just a little bit, and then Destined Rivals dropped, and then now the scalpers are going crazy. But I do think that there's Destined Rivals is going to meet the demand in terms of printing. So I think this will kind of tell. This will be a tell on how the market's going to shift a little bit. All right, here we go. So what's really cool is even the basic energy cards, they all have this little stamp down here that means that you got it in a tournament. So the prize packs, I think, like, you're not supposed to be able to buy them on retail. You can't just walk into a store and buy one. You can only buy them on the secondhand market where somebody's selling them, and I think they're around $6 or $7 a pack. But it's not a full pack. It's not 10 cards. You get about 8, I think, in them. Tatsugiri, very cool. Carmine, if you go first, you may use this card during your first turn. Draw your hand, discard your hand and draw 5 cards. Ooh, Morpeko. Very cool. Oh, and another Night Stretcher, a Cosmo Hollow Night Stretcher. Heck yeah. I love this because I use Night Stretchers in my decks, so yeah, having a cool Cosmo Hollow to flex in the battle deck is always fun. And, ooh, Wellspring Mask Ogerpon EX. Very, very cool. And it's got the seal here. Cool. I've never used the Wellspring Mask one. There's the other one, the Teal Mask Ogerpon. I see that one a little bit. But the other one, I forgot what it's called. The I can't for the life of me think of it. But that one is a really good, like, disruptor. Torrential Pump. You may shuffle 3 energy cards. Shuffle 3 energy, attach this Pokemon into your deck. If you do, this attack does 120 damage to one of your opponent's benched Pokemon. Wow, so you can do 100 damage and then 120 to someone from the bench. But you shuffle your energy back into your deck. Sob. During your opponent's next turn, this defending Pokemon can't retreat. Interesting. Not as strong of a card as I would have hoped for from an Ogerpon. Usually the Ogerpons are really good. Curious, bad taste. Does this seal make this Ogerpon card valuable? Actually, it's an EX. I should put it in the top loader. Yeah, when it comes to Pokemon cards, I still follow my rule. I do not pay over MSRP pricing for it. So I just catch the online drops whenever they come out. And that's been the only way I've been able to get cards. $15? No way. Heck yes. That's really good, actually. That little stamp, man, that stamp makes a big difference. Because it makes it that much more rare. I should put these over here so you can see them. All right, not bad for the prize pack, huh? There's also Terra, and 120 on the bench can be clutch. Oh, absolutely. So yeah, so the Terras, they can't be harmed by attacks while they're on the bench. That's the one thing about them that's really useful. Damage by attacks, you can still harm them by using like a Monkey Dory, because a Monkey Dory, it does damage through an ability where it allows you to place damage counters. So that's technically not an attack. So you can still damage them on the bench, I believe. Yeah, the energy isn't discarded, so you can search it back out, which is handy. In fact, if you have a good enough like energy draw engine going in your deck, that may be handy, especially if you can attach it. So pairing this up with like say maybe the Bax Caliber has an ability that allows you to attach as many water energies as you want to any of your active Pokemon during your turn from your hand. So if you can do something that allows you to pull the energy from your deck into your hand, attach it all there, you can go back to back using this ability on turns, and then that could be really, really useful. You're just decimating your opponent's bench. They don't have the ability to set anything up if you're doing that kind of pressure. And it's a basic Pokemon too, so it's like good to go out the gate. Okay, I can see that being viable in like a really good water deck, pairing it with Bax Caliber and maybe like a Qian Pao as like your other attacker. Because the Qian Pao, and in fact I have one right here actually. Once during your turn, if this Pokemon is in the active spot, you may search your deck for up to 2 basic water energy cards, reveal them, and put them into your hand. So doing that, using this as your primary attacker, getting all that energy on, attaching it with the Arctibax, I could definitely see a deck being built around that. Ooh, I might build that in TCG Live and test that out. All right, let's do the Surging Sparks. It's funny, Scraggle and I were talking about how we've opened between us a ton of Surging Sparks packs, but have never gotten like a big hit out of them. And I think he said he's opened maybe like 30 packs in total and has only gotten ever 2 just regular EX cards. Which is crazy because like Surging Sparks, people are after it. It's coming down. But for a while it was like $13-14 a pack, which is madness. I was really irritated. So our local card shop, which I love them, because that's where I go to play the tournaments. I do not go there to buy Pokemon cards. I buy singles there, but not packs, because they are market pricing their packs, and I feel like that's not cool. They did like a pre-release for Destined Rival like 2 days ago, where they had booster bundles and ETBs, and they were charging $80 for ETBs. For a set that isn't officially out yet, they're charging $80 for the ETBs, and I'm like, dude, that's... I mean, if you're gonna pay for it, I get it, like, whatever, but I just don't think that's cool that they would do that. Because they're getting it from a distributor, so why can't they charge MSRP price? Relor? There's a high chance they might be pricing them high because their supplier is marking packs up for... You know, I didn't think about that. But that's... yeah. That could be why. But all that does, though, is it deters me from purchasing from them. Like, I'd rather just risk trying to find them at Target or Walmart or online or something than buy from them. And I usually try to support local, but if they're charging $8 or $9 a pack, I can't bring myself to do that. Pessimian. Small stores don't have the same access to big suppliers. That's true, and I'm very curious. The owner did say something kind of strange the other day. So I walked in there, and I'm not like a regular. I've only gone to a couple tournaments there, but I popped in a few times and bought some cards, some singles, and he said something that I didn't sit right with me. I asked him, like, oh, are you guys going to be getting any Destined Rivals stuff in? And they said, yeah, we're going to get, ETBs, booster bundles, and single packs and stuff. And I said, what kind of price are you going to have on those? And he said the prices, and I didn't scoff, but I was like, ooh, yeah, that was a little high. And he's like, yeah, but if you're a regular or a friend of the shop, then we probably won't charge you that much for it. But you got to come around more. You can't just... I said, well, I've only come to a couple tournaments. He's like, well, that's a good start, but we're not going to scalp to our friends. And I'm like, okay, so you're just gonna scalp to other people? To just customers? To other customers? That doesn't sound ethical to me. Like, he's admitting that they're charging marked up prices, but that they don't do that to their friends or people who are regulars. And it's like, okay, well, excuse the fuck out of me for not being a regular. But yeah, I think he was trying to imply that, like, I was trying to stock up so I could scalp, like I was a scalper. I think the exact same thing is happening at my local store, and I just can't afford to buy packs at 10 plus. Yeah, dude, it's not worth it. That's kind of shitty business model. If you're going to do that, then don't tell people about it. I know, exactly, right? Maybe in his mind, he's trying to entice you to buy more to become a friend of the store. But that instantly soured it in my mouth. I'm like, okay, well, I just know I'm not going to buy packs here because you guys are obviously gouging. You're gouging customers. And just hooking up your friends. And like... Which is fine if you're going to do that, but like do it under the table or something. Like, that's just your pricing policy. And then, so I asked him, oh, how did the Destined Rivals pre-release go? I wanted to do that, but I couldn't get a slot. And he's like, well, you missed it. That would have been a good start, but you know, that's not nearly enough. You got to do a lot more than that, is what he said. And I'm like, oh, okay. Well, I'm not going to kiss your ass just to get a price cut on Pokemon cards. Sorry, buddy. That's not how I roll. Maybe in his mind, he's... Oh, yeah, I just read that. Watch roll. I've got a few of these watch rolls. Altaria. Chien Pao. I was just talking about this one. But it wasn't the same one. The Chien Pao that I was talking about was the EX one. Snow Sync. When you place Pokemon from your hand onto your bench during your turn, you may discard a stadium and play. Ooh, that's handy. Speaking of stadiums, there are some folks that I've seen that run, I forgot what the name of the card is, but it's a stadium card that makes it so that you don't take damage from Pokemon that have a rule box, which is very handy. But it's an ace spec card, so you can only have one in your deck and you can only play it once. And if it gets discarded or replaced, then you're kind of shit out of luck there. It seems like there's a lot more powerful ace specs that you can run in the deck than that one. It's a very situational one that can just instantly be countered. But yeah, that whole conversation, I was like, dude, I'm just trying to ask about like when your tournaments are and get like information, and it's coming off very gatekeepy, and I don't think that's cool. I would think that as a store owner, you would be encouraging new players to come out and play and participate in tournaments and stuff like that, because all of that's driving business, right? But instead, just making it seem like, no, you're not doing enough. You're not doing enough to get good pricing in our store. Like, that's all right. I've got a question, since you've been hitting the tournament scene. How do they handle weakness? If you get paired up against your deck's weakness typing, do you just get fucked? Yeah, that's how it goes. Although, okay, to be fair, in the League Cup that I participated in the last Sunday, pretty much everybody was running a meta deck. There were like 10 different decks that everybody was running, and they're all like listed as metas, right? Now with slight variations. Typically, a lot of those metas aren't single Pokemon energy types. So you would, even if you go up against a weakness or a resistance, you still have kind of a back way of scoring points and getting knockouts. You just have to adjust your strategy a little bit. So like one of the metas that people run, and it's actually one of the strongest decks right now, is a Gardevoir EX deck, which is mostly Psychic, but it also runs some Monkey Dories in there. It runs... What else does it run? Well, I guess there are mostly Psychic Pokemon in that one, but sometimes you'll have a Pidgeot in there, which is colorless. But my Charizard EX matches up really well against that because the Charizard EX that I run is the Terra Charizard. So he's a darkness type, which he already does a lot of damage, but doing double damage to psychic Pokemon is just, I'm taking one hit kills every time I swing with him. But that's not to say that they can't counter it. It just means it's a little bit trickier. Ghost, I just saw your message. That is a yes. Pidgey. This is the same Pidgey I ran in my deck. That's one of the things though, you gotta like remember it, because it's also a rule that if you don't remember that your attack is doing advantage, then your opponent can say, oh, I didn't do that either. I didn't remember either, and then you don't get the damage. It's kind of the thing, like you have to remember your own rules, otherwise, if you miss it, it doesn't count. So yeah, that's one of those things you have to stay on top of it. Because if you forget, well, too bad, so sad. The game moved on, and you missed your opportunity for that. That is a rule that like you have to make it official, otherwise it doesn't count. Lycanroc. Probopass. But that's actually what makes, I think, the Charizard EX so useful, is that he is a darkness type Pokemon. He's weak against grass, but uses fire energy for his attack. So you kind of run a gamut with him, and it covers a lot of bases and covers his ass in a lot of ways. Vengeful Punch. Very cool. I've seen people run this tool. If the Pokemon this card is attached to is knocked out by damage from an attack from your opponent's Pokemon, put 4 damage counters on that attacking Pokemon. So you reflect pretty much 40 damage to them. Are people generally shitty about it, or is it like, I attack, do damage, pass to you, oh shit, I forgot you're weak, so double that, and then refuse to, or are people chill? I will say everybody in the tournament has been super chill. Super chill. If it's something where like you do the attack and then it passes to the next turn, and then before they start their turn, if that's when you remember it, then obviously like at that point we'll be like, yeah, we'll count it. But like if somebody's already like played their move and they're like retreating out their Pokemon and you know, going off of it, and then you come back and say, oh shoot, I forgot that was supposed to be double damage. At that point, it's probably too late, because you've already like started your sequencing for your opponent's turn. They've already, you know, maybe discarded cards to play an item, or they've played a supporter, they've already shuffled their deck maybe. So at that point, you have to just let it pass, because it's too late. There was one match actually that I was playing against a guy who was running a Goldango deck, and I was using my Charizard, and by the time I was attacking him, I was one-shotting him anyway, but he was calculating weakness. Even though that Charizard, a typical Charizard would be fire, which would be weak, would be the weakness to the Goldango. My Charizard is darkness, so we shouldn't have been applying weakness, but he was doing it anyway, and I didn't catch it either until after that match. I was like, oh wait, we shouldn't have been applying weakness on there, but I was doing enough damage that weakness or not, it still would have gotten the KO. But yeah, so like we just kind of like brought it up and like, oh shoot, okay, we'll look out for that. But yeah, there's a lot of times when like people will just be like, okay, I'm going to play this card. Oh wait, before I do that though, I want to do this, and it's like, that's fine. Like I'm not gonna. No one makes a fuss about that. Even in the League Cup, where it's a little stricter, like nobody's really fussing about that. Everybody was super chill and super fun too. Yeah, that's fair. Every game is different, and I know in Warhammer some people can be super shitty, but most are pretty chill. Yeah, and like, you know, I'm sure if you were in like a regional tournament or something, that shit doesn't fly, right? They're not gonna be. There's no take backsies. And a Togekiss. But also in those kind of tournaments, you're probably not making those kind of mistakes. But I think for the most part, we're all a bunch of noobs, so like it was excusable. You know, we could do that kind of stuff. And then one thing that's really cool too is after the match concludes, and this is what was rough about the League Cup. That was easier in the other tournament, the more casual tournament. But the League Cup, you go up against 5 different opponents, and it's single elimination with them. So it's not best out of 3 or whatever. You only get one chance to battle them, and if you lose, you lose. It counts as a loss, and then that affects your placing. Hold on 1 second.
Feed that cat. Feed that cat. Feed that cat. Feed
Hey,
that cat.
awesome! How are you doing? You just got accepted to university today. Hell yeah! What are you going to be studying? That's so cool. All right, let's feed these cats for awesome level 99. Listen up for the crunch. Thank you so much for that, awesome. Dare I say you are awesome? I can say that, right? Thank you so much for that sub. How have you been? So, shoutouts no longer work because of how Twitch changed their API, so I can't run a clip, but we can just do a shoutout just in general. If one of my mods would be so kind. Arizona State for genetics and developmental biology. Ooh, that's super cool. Heck yeah. Hey, you're actually not too far from me. You're one state over. Everyone, if you're not following Awesome Level 99, please go give them a follow. They're super cool. Play a lot of RuneScape, which is awesome. You were last playing RuneScape. There you go. RuneScape, you nerd. How are the runes? How have the runes been? Have they been escapable? So, when I've watched you play that a few times, that game seems hella grindy. Is that a fair assumption of that? All right, Journey Together is the next pack. And sometimes grindy can be good too. You live in Colorado, it'll be online. The runes escaped. Oh, nice. You're still one state away. Very grindy. Sometimes, I don't know, sometimes grindy can be like cool for a game if you want to just like mellow out to. Speaking of grindy games, mellowing out to, while I've been sick the last couple of days, I've been playing a game called Session Skateboard Simulator. It was a free game as part of like Amazon Prime or whatever. And it's fun just to just skate around in the city and grind. Do some grinds. Oh, I forgot. I painted a new mini recently for my characters in the D&D campaign. I just started with some friends. Oh, hell yeah, dude. Put it in the art gallery on the Discord. I want to see. I'll see if I can take a good pic. Yes, please, please, please. Squovet. Well, I'm super excited for you, awesome, for getting into university. I have been debating in my head and in my pocketbook about going back to school to get my master's. But it would have to be something I could do online because I wouldn't be able to go in person and still, work full time. Sorry, a second. Phone call. Okay, yes. Yeah, I think it would be cool to get an engineering degree, just because in my field, working in the DoD, like you kind of have to be an engineer to rise the ranks. I've kind of gone as high as I can go, and my boss, my division chief, he just retired, And basically he told all of those branch chiefs, yeah, none of you guys are qualified for it because you're not engineers. And it's an engineer coded position. Now you can have a degree in engineering in any kind of engineering and it would be an in. So I would think maybe I would go for maybe like industrial engineering, which is like the less mathy of the kind of engineering courses. But you're basically like applying strategic problem solving to macro level industry problems. And I feel like I could do that. But getting a master's, that sounds really difficult. Although if I did re-enroll in school, I wouldn't have to pay my student loans back. I could pause those while I'm... Ooh, Cubone! Reverse hollow. Hell yeah, join me in engineering math hell. Well, I want the engineering that has the least amount of math. That's what I want. So, like, I guess I could do, like, civil engineering, which is, like, city planning and stuff. And then there's, like, electrical engineering. There's systems engineering, so being, like, computer systems, which probably has a lot of math, too. Mechanical engineering. Aerospace engineering. So I feel like all of those are all math heavy, but maybe not industrial engineering. It is, and you need to make space for your mental health harder than ever before if you get it, if I go for it. Yeah, and I also don't know, like, the time commitment would be insane. If you do electrical, I can at least sort of help. Okay, you're gonna be my tutor. Personally, an MA has made me worth greater consideration for my job, but fried my brain for years before I got there. And you know what? That's what I hear. How long was your master's program, Ghost? How long did you have to endure the hell? Lilligant. 2 years. Oof. And were you doing, like, I guess full-time, or were you, like, doing part-time? Like, were you working during that time, or were you just doing school? I don't know, man. Structural engineering requires a lot of statistics and other physics bullshit. Oh, structural, yeah. All right, maybe systems engineering is the way to go. Ooh, yes! Guys, we got the full art and Zoroark EX. Let's go. I've gone up against a lot of these End Zoroark decks in TCG Live, and they are annoying as fuck. So if you go against an opponent that's got like 3 of them in play, they have this really great ability. Trade. You must discard a card from your hand in order to use this ability. Once during your turn, you may draw 2 cards. $8. Let's go. It's basically the old Kirlia. Before it got rotated out. Full-time, a barista job, and a canvas job. Dude, yeah, I can see how that would be absolutely mind-frying. I don't know. Maybe I could do it part-time or something and, like, just take classes here and there and then get the degree in, like, 3 years or 4 years or something. And maybe by that point, I will have earned a promotion anyway. I don't know. But yeah, so they do that, and then they have this. Their attack is strange. It doesn't do any direct damage. Choose one of your benched Ends Pokemon attacks and use it as this attack. So they're always throwing out the Ends Reshiram, because the Ends Reshiram, even though they don't have the energy to do any of the Reshiram attacks, as long as they have that on their bench, it's an attack that does like 170 damage that they can do for only 2 energy. So it's really, really useful. And my strategy for attacking those decks is I have to get their support cards knocked out first. So I got to take out their Reshirams, and then what's the little fire guy? Shoot, I forget his name. I have to target them first because if you can knock them all out and all he's got left is Zoroarks. Yeah, Darumaka. All he's got left is the Zoroarks in play. They literally can't do any damage to you. But all it takes is them, you know, with a Night Stretcher or something to get it back in play, and then they've got it. All right. Very good hit. We've got some cool hits in tonight. I'm definitely liking some of these hits that we've got tonight. The Darumaka is not as difficult, but that Zoroark, man. I mean, that Zoroark, the Reshiram doing 170 damage it's no slouch. Because really all they need is 2 attacks and they've KO'd my Charizard, so I have only got 2 turns to get rid of them. Alright, let me see what you guys are posting in the Discord over there. Making all that noise. Where's my mouse? Oh, are these your figures? Not the best picks, but I live in the cave, so there's no good lighting anywhere. Whoa! Dude, look at that! Dude, these are hella detailed. Oh, look at his backpack. So cool. Let me ask you this. Do you get multiple figurines of the same style and then use them for different scenarios? So like, he's like entering a cave or something here, right? So he's got his torch up. Do you have one in like a battle stance? Do you have one where he's just like in his camp clothes or whatever? Yeah, he looks awesome. Yeah, his name is Boone St. Bluth, and he's a fighter rogue multi-class. Cool. Boone St. Bluth. And he's a dwarf, right? Am I correct in that? We should make him in Baldur's Gate and run him. Man, we have not played Baldur's Gate in a while. Yeah, you are absolutely killing it with the painting. I don't think I have steady enough hands to do that. It's great. It takes more time, but we do live next to a great engineering school if the amount of students traveling internationally to attend are approved. That is true, although I think I checked and they don't offer an industrial engineering program online. No, just the one. He's part of a big collection of like 36 generic adventurer models. Have you thought about like getting... Did you get... I know you can like get them custom sculpted, like 3D printed. Have you done anything like that before? We tried, but we got distracted repossessing goods. Yeah, I would want to do global. Because I don't think I'd be able to take off of work to go to class in person. Oh, actually, maybe. We've just started this new... This is what I get to go back to on Monday. We've started a new work schedule type called MaxiFlex. Which we had to like conform to one of like 3 different OPM guideline work schedules. Either a regular schedule, which is Monday through Friday, 8-hour days. A compressed work schedule where you do like 5-4-9. So you do 5 days, 9-hour days, and then 4 days, 9-hour days, and then take that second Friday off, which is what I've been doing so far. But we're shifting now to what's called MaxiFlex, where basically you get to determine your own work schedule as long as it, you can still meet the demands of the job. But you have to like flex your time around to meet mission requirements or, special, whatever days, support days that you have to do. But if I wanted to, I could shift it so that my days off fall on maybe like a Wednesday or a Friday or something. And that might be kind of cool to do. It just takes a little finessing. So maybe if I played it right, I could like have the same day off every pay period. As long as I just like put in my comp hours and whatever and manipulate it like that. Oh, he's human because in IRL D&D, when you play as a human, you can start with a feat. Oh yeah, you can't do that in Baldur's Gate. In fact, human is like the worst class in Baldur's Gate. Talk to our mutual lady sounds like, okay, yeah, I will. Like I'm sure I bought that brand for my heaviest days. That'd be smart, but you'd also have to build it in downtime. It's essential for survival. My partner has used a website called Hero Forge to customize their minis for her characters. I have a friend who has 3D printed them for us, but I don't really love the 3D printed stuff. I'm a bit of a snob when it comes to minis, and I care more about how fun the sculpts are and the quality of the models more than customizability. That makes sense. Is it just because like the 3D printed ones have like the lines in them from the printing? Currently in Hero Forge, making a no. Do you guys remember the animated kids show called David the Gnome? That might have been a Canadian one, so you might know that one. Bad taste. David the Gnome. It was part of like the early days of Nickelodeon. When most of like their programming was just leftovers from like Canadian children's television. But yeah, it was a really cool. It was like an animated show about like these little gnomes that lived in the forest, and he rode around on a fox called Swift. And I thought that was so cool. The name of his fox was called Swift. Levencia, super handy card, especially if you're running an electric deck. Oinkalone. Banette. Lotad. Oh, look at him. Cute. Drampa. Oh, you love those Drampies. Just a little guy. Little guy in a sombrero. Drampa. I need to get like an audio cue of the Drampa like Pokemon noise from the show. Like, I mean, they all just say their name, right? But what does he sound like? And then the last card of the night is... Oh, another Hopsation EX! Fuck yeah, let's go! So between these two, I'm like... Is this the universe telling me I need to build a Hopsation deck? Is it Zacian or is it Zacian? I feel like Zacian sounds cooler. Ooh, Ghost, I just got the email from Target that our rival battle decks are preparing to ship. So the estimated delivery date is the 6th or the 7th. So it won't be in time for this Poke Night, but for the next one, we should have those decks ready to go. But I do have the World Champion decks I want to try out for Poke Night this weekend. It's a couple things. 3D printers are good enough. You don't see the lines much, but yeah, I don't love them. Also, 3D sculpts sometimes have crazy details that don't look good at such a small scale, or just make the mini a pain to paint. Oh, I guess that makes sense. Hand sculpted models are made with the same limitations as I have painting them, so the details tend to be easier to work with and more fun to paint. Is there a place that you can get custom ones but that they're sculpted? I bet that's probably insanely expensive. Zayshan. Mail him to me and I'll paint him and send him back. Might have to, as long as you got lots of pastel pinks and purples. I actually looked into seeing how much it would be to ship something to Canada. I was going to try to put together a little care package for you, Pete, with some Pokemon packs and stuff. Even a flat rate shipping box would be at least like 30 or 40 bucks to ship. And I was like, oof, that's a lot, man. And then this is also when like all the talk of tariffs was happening, so I didn't know if like tariffs would have to be something that would have to be paid. I would hate to send you something that you would then have to pay to receive. All right, let's do a quick recap here. So, the big hits of the night. And again, I consider anything that is a hollow or reverse hollow a hit. especially if it's something that could be useful in the TCG game. Because I've gotten into blinging out my deck now. So I've officially blinged out my Charizard deck. Lotad, Togekiss, Lilligant, Reverse Hollow, Numo, Chien-Pao, Altaria, Drampa, Vengeful Punch, very cool trainer card. Hops's Dubwool. So I mean, I've got the Zacians, I've got the Dubwools. I'm almost there for a full Hops's deck. Wattrel, Wooloo, Night Stretcher, and the Cubone. And the big hits of the night were the Zacian EX promo that came with the box. Then we pulled a Zacian EX. So we've got both of them. You can see both of the arts on them. A Wellspring Mask Ogerpon EX that I got in the prize pack. I think this was the most expensive card, right? This was a $15 card. And then it ends Zoroark EX full art. Very cool. Good hits tonight. I'm loving Journey Together packs. Like, I still think a lot of people like kind of crap on Journey Together, but I think it's a good set. I think there's just haters. Oh, but I appreciate you looking into it. It's definitely not cheap, but as far as I am aware, the tariffs aren't concerned for personal packages. Just don't send me like $850 of merchandise. I'm going to send you a bunch of Nikes that I got pre-release, Nike shoes, so... Yes, we got some planning to do. Speaking of planning to do, Pete, did you see what Ghost posted in the admin chat? If you guys are down, I could do a round. But we have come to that point in the night where we will send a raid out. Let me see who I got online. Y'all, thank you for being here tonight. It was a lot of fun. I'm glad to be back to streaming. I know, I got sick and missed some streaming, which trust me, that was not something I intended to do, but something I just had to do because I was feeling like absolute crap. Yeah, I'm glad to be feeling better because that was no fun. And I'm still a little bit of a runny nose, but definitely much improved from what I was before. Let's see. Who do we got online? Ooh, Philly is on right now. Let's go raid Philly. He's playing some Fortnite. We haven't raided Philly in a while. No taco suit today, unfortunately. It's Thursday. I'm here. I have no audio. My partner is having a crisis. I'll go into it. Oh my goodness. Oh, awesome. I'm so sorry. I hope everything's okay. We're about to raid out though. And so, yeah, stay tuned for the raid, y'all. I hope you guys had a great time. I will be back on Tuesday for some more streaming. I hope you guys have a great night. Stay tuned for the raid. We're going to go send it over to that guy, Philly. So long, fuckers. Have a good night. Bye.
Why is your shotgun more powerful than mine is? I'm out of ammo! I'm getting raided!